Hello again, and welcome to Retro PC Refurbs. Today we have a new project I'm starting, which will be a games emulator. So to play all your NES games, Sega, and things like that. So this is a micro motherboard. It has HDMI out. And the CPU, I think, I've not actually had this running yet. I think it's an N3050, so a Celeron 3050, which should have an Intel graphics chip in there, which should be good enough for, well, I'm hoping for a PS1, maybe Xbox, but we will see when we get this going. I have a small power supply for it, and for this one, as it's the first one, I'm using a big case, which is an old Xbox shell, an old Xbox One shell. I may cover this with some vinyl. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm just going to put it in there for now, just to make sure it will sit in a case and is transportable and things like that. So first of all, I'm going to fire this motherboard up just to make sure it is actually working. It's got 4 gigabytes of DDR3 at 1200. I could add more, but there's no point with the software, which is going to be Batocera. It could probably run on 2, but I haven't got a 2 gigabyte stick at the moment. So I think I've got Batocera on one of these drives, but I can't remember which one it is. So I'm going to connect this up and see if it works and whether I can get Batocera to run. So we do have this connected now. I've got the power supply in, keyboard, mouse and a Xbox 360 joystick. So this is now on screen, and it actually is a J1900 at 1.99 or 2 gigahertz. 4 gigabytes of memory there. And the actual board came from an Aspire XC703, which I believe is a mini computer. Okay, so I'm going to connect the hard drive up now and see if Batocera will actually run. So it seems to have loaded into Batocera. Joystick's working off the bat. This hard drive has already got games on here. So this is PS1, so just checking to see whether this is powerful enough to run it. Not getting any sound coming out, but that might be just a configuration problem. So we've now got the sound working. We'll just try 8 Bugs Life on this is N64. So this is working fine as well. The graphics don't look too bad, looks quite sharp. Right, okay, so I have ground the plastic back, which was just like these bits here. So the power supply here can fit nicely in here. I've also just drilled some holes and put some motherboard stays in here so I can fit the motherboard and screw that down onto the chassis. Okay, so I have now screwed the motherboard down. And we have a back plate on here. Just had to Dremel just a little bit of hole out there, but that should be fine. Got a bit of glue there which I'm going to take off as I go along. So next is trying to fit this power supply to be able to use this hole here. Right, okay, so the front of the older Xbox, so that was the original Xbox button. That is it's not a press button. What I've got here is a button which I'm going to put in here, and obviously that's going to be the on-off button. So I'm going to try with the end of this first. It is for wood, but I haven't got a drill bit big enough for that hole there. So I'm going to try with this first and see what happens. Right, so the button is in, just temporarily. We'll have to take this out again. Let's put the sticker on. So I've ordered these stickers thinking they were 8 by 7 inches, and it turns out that, 7 by 10 inches. Turns out they're 7 by 10 centimeters. So it hasn't gone too well. These are a little bit small, but I can still probably use them. For instance, I can use them for this. This is covered now. You can still see the CD slot there, and there's some little, I don't know whether you can actually see them in the light, but there's some little pimple marks. The button's in now and tightened up. So this will go on here when I'm ready. And then I'm going to cover the top of this with stickers as well, so probably something like that. this is pretty much all done now. The hard drive is stuck down, that's stuck down, the motherboard's down, the power button is in. It's wired up there now to some power to give it an LED, and it's also wired to the jumper to actually start it. I'm going to put the rest of the top on. Okay. There we have 33,744 games. So we have MAME on there, Atari 2600, Atari 8-bit, Atari 5200, 7800. Some of these are duplicates because they are the Japanese, European and US version. We have a Lynx, Jaguar, ColecoVision, Intellivision, Vectrex, some DOS games, Xbox. This doesn't work very well, but some of the games do work quite well. But most of them are very choppy and don't work. PC Engine, NES, Super NES or SNES, N64. These work well. GameCube, again, this works fine. Game Boy Advanced, Nintendo DS. Wii, this needs setting up with the controller. SG-1000, the Sega Master System. Mega Drive, Dreamcast. Again, some of these play fine, some of them are choppy and slow. PlayStation, this works fine. PS2, again, this works okay. PSP. So here we have the finished product. Just need to give it a clean up. So it's an old Xbox One case.